This is Seawolves. Storm or not.
Good morning, Seawolves. Welcome to this week's edition of Seawolves Storm or Not. I'm John Tafe.
And I'm Missy Jones.
It's the 10th week of the semester, and that means it's already time to start thinking about your fall classes and the dread of tests upcoming for final season. As a reminder, this is a joint collaboration between the students at the School of Marine and Atmospheric Sciences and the students at the School of Communication and Journalism.
As we know, former President Donald Trump is being charged with a crime in relation to a payment he made to an adult film star, Stormy Daniels. She says she has an affair with Donald Trump in 2006. In 2016, Daniels wanted to sell her account of what happened to the media, but Mr. Trump's attorney, Michael Cohen, paid her $130,000 to keep quiet. Now, hush money isn't illegal, but what is being investigated is how Mr. Cohen's reimbursement was recorded in Mr. Trump's business accounts. He is accused of falsifying his records, saying the reimbursement was for legal fees. Mr. Trump will be fingerprinted and appear before a judge tomorrow in New York City.
Luckily, I won't be getting fingerprinted tomorrow. Up next, we have Sam Lankowitz on campus to tell us about today's weather in the one day. Sam?
Thank you. Today we're in front of the Stoller Steps and it is looking beautiful out. There's barely a cloud in the sky. The sun is out, and as you're walking around campus, look for some beautiful flowers that are starting to bloom just in time for spring. And speaking of spring, we're around those average temperatures for April. Today we're hovering around 47 degrees. As the day goes on, we will reach a high of 55 degrees. There's a south wind around 9 to 17 miles per hour, so it's a little breezy, so still bring a coat with you today around campus. Tonight it will reach a low of 46 degrees, but while you're out, try to check out the Stoller Steps and look for some flowers. So with that, enjoy the rest of your day. Seawolves, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Sam. Let's take a look at this video of lightning from our very own John Tafe. All weekend, I watched the news and heard about the tornadoes plaguing the Midwest. As of this morning, 32 are dead after those storms. Some even struck as close to us as New Jersey. Hey John, I don't know much about tornadoes, so can you tell us how tornadoes really work? Where do they come from, and are we in danger on Long Island?
Thanks, Missy. Let's break it down. While tornadoes are confusing, there's a more broad term that covers all types of damaging storms we saw this week. That would be severe thunderstorms, which includes lightning like this, winds greater than 58 miles per hour, hail 1 inch or greater in diameter, and over the past weekend we had a severe outbreak. Over 100 tornado reports were received in the Midwest, and while we're used to hearing about tornadoes, there had some much closer to home. The National Weather Service has confirmed multiple tornadoes on Saturday, including 2 confirmed EF1 tornadoes that touched down near our area, one in Cinnaminson, New Jersey, and the other in Wrightston Township, Pennsylvania. There are additional tornadoes that have been confirmed but not yet ranked on the EF scale in Delaware and throughout New Jersey. Now, what actually causes these violently rotating columns of air? In a thunderstorm, there is a lot of wind, which normally moves horizontally, but in tornadoes it tilts vertically due to the atmospheric conditions. And the best way to think about this is when a figure skater pulls in their arms, they become much faster. The same thing happens with the wind as angular momentum is conserved, as it creates a small area of intense circulating winds. While these storms are damaging and can be scary, luckily meteorologists have a way to forecast if the tornado is possible. Thankfully, tornadoes are rare in our area, and due to the waters around us, if one does form, it will likely be weak and not like the damage you see in the Midwest. So tornadoes are not really what's shown in The Wizard of Oz, or at least not in our area.
Thanks, John, for that information about severe weather. To see what else is threatening campus, John Neary is going to tell us about the chaos that parking has caused Stony Brook students, staff, and professors. John?
Wednesday, March 29th was the follow-up to the first parking protest at Stony Brook University hosted by Stony Brook United. Featuring a variety of labor unions and student workers lending their voices to the cause, this demonstration brought a lot more muscle than the previous. The protest was a couple hundred members strong, but these hard workers speak for the thousands in this community frightened over whether they'll make ends meet this upcoming semester.
Charging everyone here, making everybody's life more worse than it is already, probably. You know, living on Long Island, Suffolk County is not, yeah, it's terrible. Right now it's like people are struggling to keep their oil going.
Hi everyone, I've stood here at the Fine Arts Loop on this nice Wednesday today. We have a much larger protest than last time, reaching at least maybe 200 people. Many student and worker unions are featured, speakers, there's tons of signs and everything. And this is only the first 20 minutes, so we'll see what's coming.
Who got the power? Who
Who got the power? Who got the power?
Carlos Spate, president of the CSEA Local 614, was the opening speaker at the protest. He identified many of the present union attendees, GSEU, PEF, UUP, and rallied the crowd in a chant before handing the mic off to the next speaker.
So I'm so glad to see so many students here today. We are committed to watching your back because you don't have collective bargaining rights.
Parking should be free. Yes, it should be fair, but it should be fair where everyone can be affordable.
By contract, they have to bargain with us overcharging our bargain unit members to park here, right? Because parking is...
After most of the crowd left, police were forced to intervene in a scuffle, resulting in 3 men being restrained, one of which was Carlos. This was caused by an alleged verbal affrontation, and police remained at the loop for an additional 20 minutes to finish their evaluation. The next protest is expected on April 12th at the main hospital garage starting at 11:30 a.m. Let's hope that administration issues a statement acknowledging the community's feedback, or these protests may persist. I'm John Neary, Seawolves storm or not.
Thanks, John. That's definitely going to impact a large amount of our campus. But Missy, you know who it won't impact? Costa, our student meteorologist and train commuter. Costa, it's feeling a little cold today. Do we have spring on the horizon?
Thanks, John. I do avoid all that parking mess by commuting by train from the city, and it is better for the environment. We want our Earth to keep looking the way it does in this beautiful image of Port Jefferson courtesy of EarthCam. Speaking of which, let's take a look at what your commute is going to look like for the rest of the upcoming week and the upcoming holiday weekend. As Sam said, Monday is looking sunny and breezy, which will shift to a more unsettled weather pattern for the middle of the week. Tuesday will be partly cloudy with a high of 62 and a chance of showers at night. Wednesday, we can expect showery and misty conditions with a high of 54 and a low of 50. Moving forward, we can expect more showers on Thursday with a chance of thunderstorms with a high of 63 and a low of 45 as a cold front pushes through. For Friday and the upcoming holiday weekend, we can expect highs in the middle 50s and lows in the upper 30s to low 40s. And for those observing and traveling for the Easter holiday, remember to drive safely. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Costa. In some sports news, LSU blitzed Iowa in the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship 102-85 yesterday. This win is a huge turnaround for LSU, who just 2 seasons ago had a record of 9-13. This is head coach Kim Mulkey's 4th national title, her previous 3 at Baylor. LSU may have won, but the bulk of the nation's attention is riveted on Iowa star Caitlin Clark. She broke her own slew of records during the tournament, including the most points scored in a single NCAA women's tournament. And even in defeat, she had some lessons about inspiring young girls.
I want my legacy to be the impact that I can have on young kids and the people in the state of Iowa. And I hope I brought them a lot of joy this season. I hope this team brought them a lot of joy.
After the game, Kim Mulkey shook hands with Clark and told her she was a generational player. This amazing magician of the court is only a junior, so she will be back, of course, next year fighting for the title. The men's NCAA tournament will be tonight, the final battle between San Diego State versus UConn. For some people that root for the underdogs, this is the best final because all the favorites are out of the running. The UConn Huskies are the 4th seed and San Diego State is the 5th. That is all we have for you today, Seawolves. Stay safe and get out in the sun before those April showers. For Seawolves Storm or Not, I'm Missy Jones.
And I'm John Tafe. Have a great day, Seawolves.
Good job.
This is Seawolves storm or not.